Have you ever wondered how Python stores multiple values in a single variable? That's where lists come in. In this complete tutorial, I will teach you Python lists from absolute beginners to advanced level. We will cover creation, indexing, slicing, methods, loops, list comprehension, nested lists, and real-world examples. So whether you are just starting Python or want to strengthen your fundamentals, this video will give you a strong command over Python lists. Let's begin. A list in Python is an ordered collection that allows us to store multiple values in one variable. So let's declare a variable numbers is equals to, and we will store some numbers 30. We can also store names or strings. pytho in Python. Programming. Alex. We can also store mixed values in it. String and numbers. True, it's a Boolean value. And floating numbers. So a list can store numbers, strings, booleans, and even mixed data types. Unlike many other languages, Python lists are very flexible and powerful. So square brackets are basically used to create lists. We can also create an empty list by just using empty bracket. For example, empty list equals to empty square brackets. We can store any number of items inside a list. After creating lists, how can we access their elements or values? And that is where indexing comes in. In Python, list indexing starts from 0. That means the first element is at index 0. For example, if I want to access the first element of the numbers list, I will simply provide 0 index and the result will be 10. For example, if I want to access second element, and I will provide 1 index and the value will be 10. And there is another thing, negative indexing, which allows you to access elements from the end of the list. For example, numbers and -1, and the result will be 30. Now let's take the names list, names and 1 index, and the result will be programming. We can also slice lists. So slicing allows you to extract a portion of a list. For example, we first create a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I will extract the first 3 elements of the list 0, 4. Now the first value is the starting index and the second value is the one position after the ending index. Let's execute the code and the value is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can extract numbers, for example, from the second index and till the last index. So we will specify the first index, not the last index, and it will extract all the values from second index to the last index. We can also slice from the beginning without mentioning the beginning and just the last index number, and the result will be 1, 2, 3, 4. We can also modify lists by specifying its index number and then assigning a value to it. For example, if I want to modify the value 2 on index number 1, and then I will simply specify its index number and then assign value to it. Now let's print numbers and execute the code, and the value is 153. Instead of 123, it is 153. Because lists are mutable, which means their values can be changed. You can replace any element using its index. Now there are some important list methods that we can use to modify the list. For example, let's create list with the values 10, 20, and 30. Now I want to add a value to this list. I'll simply say numbers dot append and 40. Let's print numbers and let's execute the code, and the value 40 is now added to the list. Now I want to add value at a specific index, numbers dot, then I can do that with the insert function. I will specify index number and then I will add value to it. Now let's print numbers, and the value 16 is added at the first index. Now if I want to remove a value, print dot, let's say first remove the value, number dot remove, and I want to remove the value 20. Now print list. Let's execute the code. Now 20 is removed from the list. Now for example, I want to remove the last value from the list. Then we have a pop function for that. Now let's print 40 is removed. Now 40 is removed from the list. Now I can also clear all list. Numbers dot clear function. Now the list is empty. Let's print numbers. So the list is empty now, nothing is present in the list. We can also loop through a list. Let's create list first. For example, fruits fruits is equals to apple and banana and mango. Now we can loop through a list from, for example, for fruit in fruits, print fruit. Let's execute the code and we get 3 fruits. Now we can also, now for example, if you want an index number with the fruits, we can also do that. Let's say for example, for I in range, and then length function, and then let's specify fruits and colon, then print fruits and index. Now we will have an index number with the values. There are some built-in functions in Python that you want to know. For example, the length minimum maximum value of a list. For example, let's create a list, numbers equals to 5, 2, 6, 5. Now let's print length of the function or length of a list, numbers. The value is 4 because there are 4 values in a list. Let's know the maximum value of a numbers. Let's execute the code, and the maximum value is 6 in this list. Now let's say minimum value in a numbers list, and the value is 2. We can also find a sum of the list, and the name of the list is numbers. Let's execute the code, and the sum is 17. We can also create nested lists in Python, and that is list inside another list. Let's create nested list first. Matrix is equals to the first list, and there is another inside the list. There is another list 1, 2, 3. Now comma, you can create another list 4, 5, 6, and another list 7, 8, 9. Now how to access their elements or values, and that we can do this by print matrix. Now let's provide 0 index and then 1 index. So 0 index means the first list, and the 1 means that 0 and 1. So 0 and at the 1 index there is value 2. So the value 2 will be printed if you execute the code. So nested lists are used in tables, grids, and matrices. Let's have a real example of lists by creating a student marks program. So student will be asked to enter marks 5 times, and then the highest marks will be showed and all marks will be displayed and average marks will be displayed. So let's create first an empty list which will be used to store the values, and let's say for I in range, and it will run 5 times, and then let's say m is equals to integer, and then input enter marks, and then marks dot append. Whenever the user enters the numbers, it will be stored in marks list. Now let's say print and all marks comma marks. Print highest marks will be displayed, and we have a function for that. Built-in Python function is marks. So Python will find highest marks in the list and then display it. And let's say average marks, and then we have a mathematics formula for that and some function in Python / then length function, which is built in Python. And let's execute the code, and the result is, so let's enter 5 times numbers 8 9. So all marks are displayed. Highest mark is 7 in this list, which is displayed, and the average marks is 7. Congratulations, we have now learned Python list from beginner to advanced level. Practice these examples, modify them, and try building your own programs. In the next video, we will explore the next topic in Python. If this video helped you, like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your other learners. See you in the next tutorial.